speak ill of me.
But I don't care if you speak ill of me.
Thank you for speaking ill of me behind my back.
For speaking ill of me behind my back.
I am only becoming stronger and stronger, like the vibrations incomparably. You will say I am a monster,
I am a monster. I am a monster.
but I don't care if you speak ill of me.
But I don't care if you speak ill of me.
Thank you for speaking ill of me behind my back.
For speaking ill of me behind my back.
I am only becoming stronger and stronger, like the vibrations incomparably.
This is the moment for us, for you, every movement. I made just to save ya. This is the moment that can change me. Join the movement, 'cause your love can save me.
All right. Welcome to the 2023 BOL Scouting Grounds Draft. We had quite a bit of people sign up. Unfortunately, for Diamond, we were 1 or 2 players short, but we still have a lot of players willing to go through a week-long, I guess, boot camp, I would say, with a lot of interested coaches willing to try to make these individuals better. Right now, we'll start off with the IBS draft with our coaches Storm. Good. How do you say your name?
Gajese
Gajis?
is fine. Yeah,
Gajese?
or Gajese, yeah.
Gajese? I'll say Gajese. I like that better. Gajese, Toxin, and then Kopek. It will be a snake-style draft, so Kopek will have 2 picks back to back, and then it's gonna. I don't know if you played fantasy football or any fantasy sports, you know how it works. But each team will have 2 subs, except for Storm. Unfortunately, there's exactly 27 players that signed up, and since Storm has the first pick, he will have to take a small handicap. But it's not a handicap because he does get the first pick. But for the coaches, do you guys have anything to say? What are you looking for in a player, or etc.? We'll start by the draft order. Storm, do you have anything to say?
Not really. I'm just trying to pick players who I think are going to work well together. I'm kind of approaching this like how if I was trying to add people to my team, like when I was looking for people, how I would do it.
That makes sense. Gajese, what about you?
Yeah, kind of like a similar thing. I'm also looking for people who are more willing to improve as well. Like anybody that showed interest in wanting to actually improve as a player.
So did you go through and read like the responses and everything?
Yeah, I was looking into those, and those were a big consideration on my part.
Okay, that makes sense. Toxin, what about you?
Uh, I mean, I see a lot of familiar names from last split, so I'm just looking to either pick some new names that I haven't seen before, or work with a lot of players that I have worked before. A little bit of a mix of it too.
And then last but not least, Kopek. I know you were just added last night because we had a coach needed to drop out. Have you looked into any of these players or able to do any kind of scouting before?
Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of scouting like tonight and today. I got a solid idea of like what players I want to pick. Like the rest of the coaches here, I took consideration to like what you guys put into your answers, and I'm this being my first crack at coaching, or like legitimately coaching a team. I'm just looking for people who are willing to learn, be patient with each other, and have fun.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And yeah, and if you are all ready, we can now begin. So Storm, you are on the clock.
All right. So for the first pick overall, I'm going to be going with Chapter, the 80 carry. They sounded like they had a really good idea of what they wanted to play. They had decent KDAs, and I was looking at their like U.GG profile, and it said they're a former Overwatch pro who's transitioning into League, so I thought that'd be a really interesting dynamic to have with me.
Yeah, I think I saw that too. Of course, I would think that it's gonna somehow translate. Being good at one game is gonna translate to other. This player, obviously, if they were like a pro player in one game, they're not gonna stay in IBS or Gold or something for long. They're probably gonna move up quite fast, in my opinion.
For reference, XQC is Plat 1.
Jesus. Didn't he just start?
I looked at his account, and he's been playing since Season 8.
Well, I mean, but it's like on and off, right?
Yeah, he was a gold scrub in the first couple seasons.
All right. Kajese, you are on the clock. Give
Yeah,
us your first pick.
I'm going with the jungler Crockpot. And the reason why I picked Crockpot was because when I was looking at people's overall stats as well, like this guy, it seemed like he would be one of the better players. I also noticed the jungle pool is kind of small, so figured picking up a jungler's pretty important early. And then the other thing was as well as like he's looking for some practice, so he's somebody who's actually going to be dedicated.
I agree. Crockpot did play in BOL last split, and he did win. Under Toxin, actually. Toxin was his coach, and I wonder if Toxin was gonna try to draft him, but we'll never
Yeah,
know.
Toxin was on, or he was on my list for sure.
Well, not anymore. With Crockpot gone, that makes only 2 players in the primary jungle role. Toxin, you are now up.
Okay, so I do run TD, and there's one player with TD in his name, so I have to go with TD Pandorum. Not only do I think he's probably the best mid laner there, but I also think that I can run him in the jungle, and he'd be one of the best junglers available. So it's a good flex pick at the spot.
Makes sense. So you're just flexing him. I think that's gonna be a big case, especially when there are players that, there's quite a bit of players, actually 3 only, that have jungle as their secondary. Pandorum was one of them. So there is a chance that some of the support players, or at least one of these support players, will be sent to the jungle. But in which case, hopefully, most of the players get to play their main role and get to show what they are starting out to show the coaches and orgs maybe get picked up. Kopek, your first pick of the night, and then your
Right.
second.
As the resident Sun / CB representative here, my first pick is gonna go to the star of the Paramount Plus TV series Players, CB Cream Cheese.
All right.
And I'm gonna pair him up with the mid laner Blop. I looked at his multi, and I seen that he played like a solid, versatile pool of champs. So I'm kind of interested in working with him and pairing him up with Cream Cheese. I think should be a solid foundation for the team.
Yeah, the minute you said you're gonna pick like a pair, it made sense that you're gonna pick like a jungle mid. It'd been weird if you were like, yeah, I'm gonna pick a jungle ADC, but no, you're trying to cement that top side of the map. Makes sense. I respect it. Toxin, what about you? What are you gonna pair Pandorum with?
So there's like the mean option, and then there's like the normal option, and I'm debating between the two. I think I want to go with the mean option. I'm gonna take Verinda. So it takes another jungle out of the pool. I also have worked with Verinda before. She's gonna be playing on a.
Are you about to
PG
flex both those players in each role?
Either can play either. So, and also Verinda is someone that has played support last year in gold as well. So, it's another flex option that I can move players around.
Yeah, and with that would take all the primary jungles out of the pool, and it looks like in a little bit we'll have to see what Storm chooses to do with this. But Gajesi, what are you going to do?
Yeah. So for my next pick, I'm actually gonna take Calm Guy, and the reason I'm going with Calm Guy is because I do think that one of the more valuable roles right after when I picked the jungler was actually AD carry, because I think bot lane is a pretty strong role, and Calm Guy looked like the kind of guy that I could pick up and have him be very flexible with how I want to play through my bot lane.
Okay. And then Storm, what are you gonna do with this pick?
Yeah, I'm just looking in between superhero and other Porpita, I think it would be. That's also has listed as jungle secondary. I'm deciding in between the two. But my next 4 picks were all taken in sequence, of course, as they should have been.
I mean, there's also Devil Dog if you're looking at a jungle secondary. Unfortunately
That's
for one of
true.
them, it looks like they're playing jungle this time.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with superhero as my
As your
next
jungler?
pick. Yeah, as my jungle pick.
That's who I would have went with for jungle secondary. His jungle stats look pretty good.
Yeah, he has some decent games. He has like more than a couple of champions in there. He's a lot of Graves games. That should help translate to like he knows clearing paths and everything.
Yeah, I highly doubt he's playing Gray support. We never know.
Yeah.
And then you have another pick. Now you have another decision to make.
Yeah, so for my next pick, I'm gonna go with a mid laner, And I'm gonna go with Leopard Koopa or Leopard Kappa, I guess.
Koopa.
No, there's Koopa. Yeah, there is 2A. I just like the playing control mages style. I think with the changes that are coming through the game with Rod of Ages and Seraphs and everything, that it's going to be strong and just gives you some options of stalling out a game in case your early game goes wrong.
Yep, and you're right about that. They are buffing Seraphs and Rod, and it seems like, with Leper Koopa's pools, we've seen him play like a lot of Anivia and champions like that. Obviously, it's very hard to siege against Anivia. Leper has been transitioning, I guess, from last year or even a year and a half ago, from like a top lane role to a mid lane, and he does favor that control mage style. So I do like the pick. He did play on Revolution last split. They did quite well. They made it to finals, I believe.
Semis.
Semis. Well, the other Rev team.
I mean, if they didn't run into TD, that team would have won. That's my personal opinion.
Okay, so you think that Rev team was better than the other?
Rev was really good, yeah. They were very good.
Makes sense. But yeah, that is pretty solid 2 picks, and then we are back to you, good Jesse.
Yeah, and then for my pick, I'm gonna take Porpita actually, and the reason I'm doing that is to pair up with Calm Guy for bot lane. I feel like they will pair really well with the champion pools I was looking at, and they both play a certain style. It seems that would pair really well.
Solid. So you got your bot lane all set. So it looks like you are the only team right now that has a solidified bot lane. It looks like you're the only one that actually is heavily banking on bot lane, besides Storm with his first pick of chapter. But yeah, Toxin, you are up.
Okay, so I'm surprised this person I have ranked on my list as the #1 player, but I took a bit of a gamble thinking that he would stay up this late. Luckily, he was still here, and that person is Zax Gaming in the top lane. I think he's by far the best top laner here, and I'm really happy to have him on my team.
Zax Gaming, another TD player, and yeah, he definitely showed up last split, and of course he was a very good top laner. No one was going for a top lane pick early on with the first 2 picks, so that was the first top lane taken so far. Kopek, what are you gonna do now?
Alrighty, I got the scouts in my ear. They've been showing me the numbers, and with this next pick, I think I get 2 picks, right?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure. We're gonna be picking up the support, Funny Dud 99.
Wait, is that supposed to be Funny Dude, or is it Funny Dud? Hold on.
It's Funny Dud.
It's Funny
It's
Dud.
Funny
Yeah,
Dud.
it's Funny Dud.
I think, like, I'm kind of just looking at like solo queue champion pools here, and I do tend to value the ability for a player to be flexible. Being able to play like Leona, Renata, and Nami, as well as even like Sona, especially with like how good Yumi has been. I think those are all like pretty valuable things to me. And then we're gonna pair them up with what I think is the one of the better bot laners is CG Kills. I think the 2 of them should have a solid amount of flexibility with like what I can do, with what I can do with them in terms of draft. So
I like it. You're just picking your bot lane together, and those 2 players definitely look very strong. I know Kills, typically a gold level player, would play in gold teams, so he has the ability to basically match with any gold type of ADC. Of course, solo queue does not look too hot for him, as he did play quite a games in silver, but definitely a top level silver ADC, and this could be shaping as one of the better bot lanes so far. Of course, there's only one full bot lane apart from that, but it definitely looks strong on paper. Toxin, you have your bot lane to pick now. Well, one
Yeah,
of them.
so like I said earlier, my hot take was that Revolution Anarchy probably would have won IBS last split
Hmm.
had they not run into TD. And for that reason, I need to take a former Revolution Anarchy player, and I will be taking Reximus as the support. Or maybe, was he on Anarchy or was he on the other Rev team? I'm not quite sure.
I
Either way,
forget.
strong player.
But yeah, looks like a support only. It's like I'm just playing support, and luckily he did get drafted as support. Could just say you are up, and you have your top lane and mid lane still to pick, or you can pick a sub for whatever reason. But
Yeah, and I'm actually gonna go with the last Athenian, and the reason I'm going with that person is because they look like someone who realizes what they need to improve on already, and someone who's ambitious based on what they actually gave in their responses. Like they are, looks like they are critical of themselves and they're critical on how to improve, and I feel like that's someone who can go far.
I'm totally honest. I'm surprised you didn't take Devil Dog. Just take all the jungle potential players out of the pool,
Right.
because you had 3 right there, and now you have a player that doesn't have jungle as one of their options. Storm, your
Yeah.
next 2 players that I assume is going to be your top and a support.
Yeah, so I'm gonna round out my team. So in top lane, I'm gonna go with Dude Caleb.
Okay.
I've looked through this player and they have like some actual different things. Like they don't just exclusively play for Split Push and the Fiora and stuff. They have games on like Maokai and Cho'Gath and other things, and they're picking up Cassante, who I think is going to be probably really strong this season because new champion mobility. Um, and then for my support, I'm going to take Chubby Chernobyl to pair up with Chapter. So Chubby plays some stuff that's really more lane dominant focus. Like they have a lot of games on Zyra and Morgana, and I noticed Chapter has some pretty good games on Caitlyn. So it should give us some push opportunities and some different variations on how we want to play the game.
Okay. And that rounds up your starting lineup. And Kajese, you have to round out yours with the top laner.
Yeah, and to round mine up, I'm actually gonna take Shiny Mew Life, someone who seems like they are very experienced, and someone that I think would really round out my team having that experienced player in.
Okay. Toxin, you are up.
Okay, so I don't know how this player is still on the board. Uh, Bit of an off the board selection here, I guess. I'm taking Rat Earl's Yumi to be my ADC. This
Okay.
player is someone that has experience in gold, playing for Glacial, their Glacial Gold team about a year ago or so, and has experience playing almost every role. So I'm pretty confident in having him play whatever role I need him to make the best possible lineup.
Okay. Kopek, you are up with 2 picks.
All right. I'm just yeah, all the top players who I was thinking were I was gonna maybe get are all taken. I think though I am going to go with Steph Franklin or Steph Franken. Steph Franken.
It's the
Yes.
Franken. It's the Franken. Any particular reason why?
What I'll say. I'm not gonna say why. I'm not gonna say why because
I mean, I think they're decent. They play AD carry as their secondary, and they play like a lot of auto attack focused top laners like Aurelia and Jax. So they should have their spacing down on it, hopefully.
I mean this is silver, but yeah, probably Yeah, I will say I will say nothing. I don't want to get in trouble.
All right, now it's your sub pick. Well, one of your sub picks.
One of my sub picks. I think 180s or one. Oh, actually,
Wait, hold on, Billy.
I think-
Billy, I have a question.
Yep.
So, are we doing both of our sub picks, or
No,
just
it's
making-
still
because
gonna
you said
be.
that-
So, what's gonna
'cause you
happen?
said that the first pick was not having.
Correct.
or
So it's
the
gonna be Kopek gets one, Toxin you, Gajese one. Storm will only get one pick, and then goes back to Gajese, Toxin, Kopek.
Okay. Thank you.
I think I'm going to take Fake Blade as a sub.
Fake Blade. Wait, didn't Fake Blade play last season?
I
Billy,
don't
correct
think
me
he
if I'm
played
wrong.
last season, but that was definitely the person I was going for. Great pick.
Maybe he didn't. I've seen him somewhere. I don't know where.
I recognize the name too. I was almost thinking it was Black Jones, but I don't think that's it. I think Black Jones is still Black Jones.
I think so too. Toxin, make your pick.
Okay, so this player, kind of an icon, a legend, if you will.
God, you're gonna pick
Absolute.
Excel.
Oh yeah, I am. Give me Excel. Give him on my team. It's been too long since I've had him on a roster.
Well, Excel got picked. At least it wasn't a starting spot, so thank God. I'm just kidding. Hey, and you know, if Girls Yumi doesn't want to play ADC, at least you have Excel to take that spot. So solid sub pick in my
Exactly.
opinion. You have a backup ADC in case you will need it. You have a lot of options here to switch up your roster as well. Maybe give some time for each player to play the role they want. So just say your first sub.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pick up Adarasto because I think looking at their champion pool and looking at the roles they want, they're gonna add flexibility to my team if I ever want to shake things up.
Solid pick. And then Storm, your only sub pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with KWX. Just take an AD carry / sub spot. Just make sure that I have someone that can fill in case somebody can't, and hopefully we can get a game or two in with them.
Okay, and could just say back to you.
Yeah, and then my last pick will be illegally obtained, kind of for the same reason that Arasto. It just adds a lot of stability on my team in terms of having like almost every role having at least a player that can play it like 3 times over.
And then Toxin, your last sub spot.
I actually did not look at either book. Give me 1 second. Pretty sure I know who I want. Yeah, it's the Iron player and the Bronze player. I'm gonna go with Devil Dog 1, 2, 3, 4. Now my reasoning here, okay? So this player is like mega hard stuck iron, okay?
Hey man,
So, but no,
he's
no,
here
no.
to learn.
If that either means this player is trying to be iron and is actually a smurf and is insane, and if not, it means they have 0 experience at all playing the game. So that means that I can just input information and then try to build them up so that by the time the season starts, they'll be bronze at least. It'll be insane. It's a passion project.
It's a passion project. Well, good luck. And then Kopek.
Last but not least, I will take Imatheos.
And yeah, and that is your team, or your teams for this BOL IBS Scouting Grounds. Coaches, make sure you reach out to your players, create another Discord if you want. If they want any like scrims or anything like that, try to help them out. And hopefully we'll see you all next Thursday, and you'll get to face off. Actually, we'll see you Thursday and Saturday because it will be a double round robin because there's only 4 teams. So we'll see who takes the championship for the scouting grounds to split. Thank you for all drafting, and if you have any questions, please let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know.
Is it to say everyone that I drafted, I'll try and make sure that I add all of you guys tonight, and then I'll invite you to a Discord server. I'm excited to work with all of you.
Yeah, I'll be adding people this week.
Sounds good. And I know a couple of you are actually drafting for another set as well, but feel free to stick around if you want to listen to us or not. But we will take a small break before we move on to gold. All right. Since IBS is done, we are now moving on to gold, and this time we have 8 total teams and 8 total coaches, and which means we have a lot more players to draft, and it might take a little bit more time, but as we just discussed offline, a lot of people say there's a lot of crazy good players in this draft, and we're excited to get started. In the first pick, we have Holy Carrot. Actually, before we start, each of you could kind of give a little background about yourself. Holy Carrot, you can go first.
Well, I've coached for like about two or 3 years. Anywhere ranging from like gold to masters plus. So, yeah, that's about it.
Storm, I know we just saw you, but is there anything else you want to add about yourself?
No, just hope that everyone enjoys this tournament.
What about you, Travis? I know a lot of people don't know who you are.
Hi. TLDR, owner Risen. I've run or managed a couple of comp teams in the past, so I guess I have like draft experience in that way. But yeah, that's really it.
I'm the bully. You should know me. Silbert, what about you?
I've been playing comp for quite a few years at this point. I've done a few scouting grounds when it was focused running them. They were called. The server was called Amateur something.
Scouting grounds.
Amateur Scouting Grounds. I've done a few teams over there, and bullied me into doing this tonight.
Yeah. Fun fact: Solbert was my first scouting grounds coach when it was Amateur Scouting Grounds.
No wonder you suck.
Same.
Whoa! Wait, I'm a whole rank higher than you.
Damn.
Doesn't mean you don't suck. Just means I suck more.
Yeah, I mean anything below masters, technically they're just mediocre at best. But that's
Damn.
why we're all here, enjoying some scouting grounds for low ranks for all of us to enjoy. Anyway, Rabbit Swamp Donkey, tell us a little about yourself.
That's gonna be hard to do since they are not even called currently.
I forgot. Yeah. Well, I know he coaches some TD teams.
Yep.
He had an org before, but then they merged. And then Billy.
I'm Billy. You should know who I am.
All right, and then Pack Paul.
Hey guys, I'm Pekka. I've been running Literal Monkeys for about 4 years in a bunch of different tournaments. And I played on some plat teams myself over the past 2 years, but I figured that this would be a really cool opportunity to see what I can do with a fresh set of players because I've kind of been in my Literal Monkeys hole for about 2.5 years now. So figured I'd come back out and see what I can do with a set of new players, so I'm excited.
Oh, I just muted myself. Well, Holy Carrot, you're now on the clock.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did I disconnect during mine, or no, never mind. I was like, all right, never
I
mind.
was taking a drink of water, and I muted myself so you don't hear me drinking the water, and then I forgot to unmute. So, but yeah.
Well, with my first pick of the 2023 Gold Draft, I'll be picking up BHAP as my top laner.
It's a really solid pick. Bab is really, really solid. I remember I tried to get him on one of our teams before, and then I think he ended up playing on a different team, but played a lot for like TD or TA Team Vision before.
I'm not too familiar with like the gold community, so I just looked up like I guess the first OP.GG and he looked pretty good. So
solid. Storm, you were up.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the other top laner that I really want. I'm gonna go with Outrage.
All right, these top laners totally different from last one. In IBS, where top laners were getting picked later, and now it's first 2 picks, both top laners getting taken. Pretty crazy. Travis, what are you picking?
I'm also gonna grab a solid top laner here. I'm gonna go with my boy Feathers and Fur. Cannot pass him up.
Oh no.
Jesus.
Gonna need to get me
That
some
is a
feathers on my
goated
team.
pick. Oh
It
my
is.
There's
God.
so many top laners being taken. I don't like this.
Well, the pool is gone now. Now you have to pick a top laner, right?
No, I
Yeah.
don't. I'm picking Dr. Shrads as my mid laner.
Ooh.
He can play top if I make him. It's fine. If I need to force him. Solbert, you are now up.
Give me a second. Travis cucked me.
Come on,
I knew
Travis.
someone was gonna grab him if I didn't. I had to get him for myself.
He's like, which top laner should I pick now?
I'll take Itami.
Tommy, another top laner. Going. Getting out of the pool. Man, maybe I should have taken a top laner.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Alright, let's Rabbit is not in here right now, so he said he'll be drafting through DMs. Is he talking to you, Toxin?
Toxin's not in here either. He's gonna be DMing either you or me, I believe.
What? I said just post it here.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess while we wait, how's everyone doing?
I'm very thankful that I had no choice but to go 8th and wanted a top laner in the first round. I guess I don't have free will. That's kind of unlucky.
Steel fan is the pick.
Steel fan. Oh Jesus.
Oh no! Wait, I don't. Stop! Go back.
There's only one top laner left. Who's gonna take him?
Do I do it?
It's up to you. It's up to you, Billy.
You know what? No. I'm taking bread.
No! Oh, sorry. That was too reactionary. I wanted bread so bad.
Solid pick. First jungler taken. Pack Paul, you're up.
All right. Well, now that all of the picks that I wanted are gone, give me a moment. I have an idea. I think I'm gonna roll with a mid laner. Actually, in that case, I'm gonna take SG Jack. Guys, OPGG looked pretty crazy. So
SG Jack actually is a very solid player. I forgot what team exactly he played for.
Subatomic.
Subatomic Gaming. Yeah, and then he actually climbed pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, definitely a very skilled player. And you're back again. What pick you want, Paka?
yeah, and I think on the way back, I guess I'm gonna grab another player.
Well, yeah.
With the same like tags as SG Jack. I guess I'm gonna grab the jungler SE Vesuvius. SG Vesuvius. We're back. Solid mid jungle. Kind of control the game, you know.
Yeah, definitely is. And then Billy, you are up.
Decisions. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Arc Knight.
As your top laner?
Position. No, Arc Knight as my ADC.
Nope, it's your top laner now. Relegated to top lane, Billy, just for you. Why'd you pick Arcs?
Realistically, I think there's still some serviceable top laners in the pool, and I wanted to get an ADC I wanted to have early.
Makes sense. So now that we have to wait on Rabbit again. Billy, is there anything you want to add to why you picked them?
I know that Arcs ended up playing really well last season. I believe he ended up.
Oh, well, you don't have to say anymore. Spiritless is the pick for Rabid ADC role. I kind of wanted that pick. I'm really sad about it.
Yeah, this should be the ADC from CB
X.
what was it? No,
CBX.
CBZ.
CBZ. Well, I was one letter off.
Yeah.
Well, like, yeah, you get the point.
Yeah.
Solberg.
I'll take Batman.
All my picks are going. Man.
Yeah.
I wanted Batman.
I
Too
want
bad,
Why did you decide to pick Batman?
because I recognize his name.
Is that the only reason?
Honestly, yes.
Oh no.
And now, I respect it. I guess I have to pick now. Let me, man, everything I want is all gone. Man. Why didn't I rig this to give me a higher pick? Or a lower pick? Very disappointed. I'm gonna take Chung Somo as my top laner. Chung Somo.
Just opened up their OP bully. Why you do this to me?
What?
I just opened up their OP to look at it. Why you do this?
Because. And now Travis, you're up.
So now that the jungle, all my jungle picks are gone. Actually, my fourth pick was the "Please Touch Me Gently" player. Can't believe I had to say that live.
That's what I said. Pick them.
Stream?
I was like, do I really want to pick them? I don't want to say it.
Thanks for that.
All right. Well, that's every jungler I wanted gone. So I might be a second or two.
No problem.
Oh, I'm gonna take Ishe, or Ishe, as my jungle.
Ish.
Ish.
Yep.
Ish. Ish. Well, now that you got your top side figured out, at least it makes your it makes it easy to draft your bottom side.
Yeah.
Especially when all these top jungle players are getting taken. It's annoying. Billy.
I'm sorry.
All right, Holy Carrot, you're up. You have 2 picks.
2 picks. I'll go for Smokey Ya as my ADC.
Wait.
I get 2 picks, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go with I'll go with Helium Bamboo as my support.
Okay. Rounding out that bot lane for you, and now Storm, you're up.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go and just complete the top side of my map and take a mid laner. I'm gonna go with Aimbot Tron XD. They seem to be like an Akali Victor Syndra 3 trick. Those are 3 really good picks as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Then Travis. It's your
I'll be
pick.
taking Vertexity as my mid laner.
Vertexity. And now I'm up. This is what should I do? This makes it kind of difficult. I'll take using Q for you as my jungle.
Someone was going to grab him as a top laner for sure.
Mhm. And then Zolbert, you're up.
I'll take GVG number 1.
You know, I'm looking at this, and there's 4 teams that have top jungle mid. It's the first 3 picks. And now I gotta contact Rabbit. Any reason why you picked G, the player, the number 1 player?
I looked at their OP and they looked good to me in terms of champ pool.
That guy had like a huge amount of games, didn't he? From what I remember.
I didn't count his games.
And Rabbit Swamp Donkey's taking TDKPBT as their support. You know, that's a player that actually, I think, swapped their preferences last week. They switched from ADC primary to support primary.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with Finch here in the mid lane. Finch?
Solid pick. Plays for GSG. Or, I don't know if he still does, but I did. And then, Pekka. You have 2 picks.
I'm gonna do something a little off the board, a little crazy. I figured that maybe picking some veterans would maybe help, and maybe I could even teach them something even though they've been playing for a while. So I'm gonna take 2 supports, and I don't know specifically what roles I'm gonna put them in just yet, but I'm gonna take Trucks and that Decker guy.
Solid.
I guess you can put them at AD support, but that might not be the case. Trucks might play support and Decker might play top. I don't know yet, but I think it's my best option, so we're gonna roll with it.
Interesting strategy. But Billy, are you gonna follow up on that strategy and pick a support that you're gonna put in top lane?
Yeah, actually. I want to give TSF Royal the top line spot. I know that they just recently hit gold. I know that they've been the IBS scene for a while. I want to see how they stack up in the gold scene.
Solid. And now, is there anything that like popped out for you for that player?
It's more so just name value and knowing that they've actually put in the games to hit gold on this past season. I know it was mainly support, but I want to see what they can do in the gold scene, even if it is on an off roll.
Okay. Now while we wait for Rabbit to send his pick, I'm assuming it's definitely. Oh wait, he's back. Let me move him here. He looks jungle.
Yep.
Back here. Hello?
Hello.
Welcome back. Solbert, you're up. What do I need? Let's see. Okay.
I'll take Future Witness, AD.
Future Witness. God, this draft is actually getting really hard.
Yep.
It's pretty interesting though.
Yeah, I wasn't super excited about getting forced into taking my top laner in first round when I was expecting to draft him like third or fourth.
Okay, something that since I'm up, something that is intriguing to me is that I'm looking at Kursu, KRSU, and they look like they play a ton more top than ADC.
ADC is a more recent transition. It's what they want to play now.
Yeah. But, oof. Who do I want as an ADC though? That's my predicament. You know, I think I'm gonna go with Kills. I want to see what he has to offer. Travis, you're up.
Yeah. Between two players here, I'm gonna go with Pink Penguin for support.
Any particular reason why?
Well, to be honest, all my other sports were picked up, but Pink Penguin actually has a pretty good pool. Engage, Enchanter, has been spamming support recently. The only thing that they really need to do is get their deaths in game down, because they die a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I honestly, I think looks like a pretty good player.
Okay. Storm, you are up.
Yeah, just thinking. Sorry, I just need to take a look here. Both of those were gonna be. You guys took who I was gonna take for my next two if I was able to. Where's... I think I'm gonna go with KRSU. Try and take someone from a different role down who's wanting to transition. Hopefully we can get their deaths down. They seem to like to play aggressive. So hopefully we can get that.
It's Raven.
Yeah, sorry, Raven.
Yeah, it's the player that changed the name. We didn't get notified of it. They're being fined. But yeah, I think it is. I think it's a difficult transition from top to ADC. It's a very different role. It's not like you're switching from support to ADC or ADC to support, things like that, right? So jungle to mid. It's a very unique change. Carrot, your last two picks, jungle and mid.
It's not a lot of jungle options left, so I'll just have to go with I hate people 0192.
Well, hopefully he doesn't hate you.
Yeah. And to round up my roster, I'll go with NFE Envy as my mid laner.
I mean, something big about your team. Everyone's playing like their primary roles.
Yep.
So that's a very solid synergy for you. Storm.
Yeah, I just need to grab a support to fill out my team. Thinking I'm gonna be going with Brisket PNG. They haven't been playing recently as much, but their support AD carry is their secondary, so they hopefully should know the lane pretty well, so that they'll be able to help Raven out.
That makes sense. Travis, your ADC.
Yeah, to round out my team, I'll be going with Yiko. They seem to be kind of like in an improvement spree. Not this most recent season, but the one before that, they ended Bronze 1. And this past season, they ended Gold 3. So that's a lot of climbing done. They haven't really been... Oh, and they've been spamming games recently. So they have good KDAs, good CS values. Yeah, just looks like a good player.
All right, and my last pick will be Tiger58 for support. You know, it's kind of funny looking at this Google Doc is when people are clicking on it, it's like, I know who they're gonna pick or possibly pick. Solbert, your last pick.
I'll be Wyatt for support.
Then Rabid, your mid lane pick.
I'll take Pandoran.
Who said Heck Billy on the dock?
That's Shrouds.
And Billy, your last pick.
Let's see, who all is left? I actually can't.
Is there a miscount? Because I don't think there's anyone left. Well,
Hold the phone.
One.
Yeah, hold the phone.
there's a miscount. We are one player off total, by the way. I don't have a 5th player.
Wait, there's
There is
definitely
There is. I found it. I missed it over.
You're
in the
holding
copy
out.
I missed it over in the copy paste. It's Finny.
Oh, Finny.
Oh my god, wait, shouldn't
Well, his
we...
gonna be the last pick anyway. It's fine. Just kidding.
He's jungle mid. That's my fault. I apologize.
There's
Oh my
also a
God.
couple
Wait,
of.
can you add some controversy and take Yoke so I can have this guy? I kind of want.
I mean, I need a.
I think he was
I
taking
need
Yokes anyway.
a support. Yeah.
All right, cool. So.
I apologize.
No, you're good. I just don't have a top laner anyway, so I'll take the goat. Why not?
Grimir. Well, Pekka, you get Finny.
I get Finny. Holy, holy. Yeah, here we go.
Big Finny.
Yeah, Big Finny. Yeah.
Big Finny.
In the paint, bro. Can I have his OPGG? Can you add it to the doc? I just...
Yeah, 1 second.
I know the guy, right? Just enough, but like, it's okay. Finny, you might be learning some top lane this week.
Hey.
It's okay. We'll run you through the ropes, okay?
Billy, you forgot to add your own name to the list.
Yeah, totally. I'm totally playing and coaching.
I would have drafted you.
Finny, answer on stream. Do you play top at all? It's very urgent.
Anyway, is there any closing thoughts from anyone? What do you think about your team? What do you hope to gain or help your team with?
Heck Billy.
Yeah, I'll agree on the Heck Billy front.
Yeah. I think thank bully heck Billy is what I'm feeling today.
It's a very major sentiment that's going on here. Anyway, thank you all for drafting your gold team. Hopefully you all can help your team improve at least one aspect of their gameplay. Next week is their first match, and this is still how the original format was going to be, so it could be any day your team is eliminated. So try to help them out. Wednesday's the first game, and if they make it through Wednesday, then it's Saturday and then Sunday. But again, thank you all for coming out and drafting. And if you need anything or have any questions, please let us know.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for hosting this as always, guys.
No problem.
You're
And
well
we're
put in that work, bro. So.
And we're gonna go to a quick break right before Platinum starts.
We got it, we could reach it, yeah, we got
All right, welcome back. And now finally for the last league of the day for drafting, it is Platinum. And we have 4 total teams in the Platinum Scouting Grounds. And our coaches will be Holy Carrot, Dom, Toxin, and Fallen. Dom will be picking through DMs, so unfortunately he can't state who he is, but I think everyone knows has quite a bit of experience coaching. Toxin, you just met him. Fallen, I know you're new, so if you want to give a little bit of a background of yourself, feel free. Fallen? R.I.P. Alright. And then Holy Carrot. You already said something about yourself, so it's totally fine. Let me actually message Fallen real quick to make sure he's alive.
Oh, my bad. I didn't unmute on the server.
Okay. Do you have anything you want to share about yourself? Where you're looking for players, anything like that?
No, just trying to win the draft. Pick who I think fits better together cohesively.
Sounds good. And let's go ahead and get started. Dom has already told us his first pick, and it will be D1 Rat. Top lane / mid. And of course, with the top lane pool being very, very small, well, primary top lane pool, I imagine these 2 top laners are going to go pretty quick in the draft. Fallen, it is now your turn to pick.
Scomps for AD carry.
Scomps. Player's pretty good. I've seen him a couple times. But yeah. Any interesting reason of why you went AD carry first instead of I don't know, mid or top or jungle?
Because I don't think anybody's gonna pick who I want for top.
Okay, so it's gonna be a interesting pick. Toxin, you are up.
Okay, so going a little off the board, but we're gonna take Hypnotic Scruff for top lane.
Scruff for the top lane.
Yeah, so I think he's probably the best top laner here, and he could be probably the best mid as well. I'm not like super familiar with the mid scene, but one name that I know is really, really good is Scruff, so being able to flex him is definitely the way to go.
Okay. Carrot, you are now up. You have 2 picks.
Okay. For my mid pick, I'll pick DIP champion for my mid lane. And oh my god. I guess I'll go with this PC Swag Sidon guy for my top lane.
And yeah, that would be the last top laner, primary top laner gone. And technically, there's 3 top laners taken in this first round. Any reason you went with the top mid pick in the first round?
Well, I know some people in the 80-0 in jungle, so I don't really want to pick them. I'll let them explore other coaches, I guess, and so I just went with mid and top.
And now Toxin, you have the floor.
So I'm looking at a jungle pick, and I think I will pick Haman Karn. He's looking like the best jungle. I haven't really done a ton of research into Plat, but he is the P1 jungle of the mix, so, and his stats look pretty good.
Ah. Fallen, you're up.
I'll take easy for mid.
Easy. Separating Scruff and easy. Toxin, did you have any thought about drafting easy?
He was definitely on my list, if not like the next selection, but I felt jungle was more important to snag.
Okay. And now, let me message Dom real quick. What do you guys think about your draft so far?
I'm feeling pretty good. I think Scruff is probably one of the best, if not the best player in the draft. And then I'm hoping he's going to have some synergy with this jungle. And from there, I feel like the rest is pretty easy.
Oh, come on, Bill. You didn't scratch out easy.
Now, Easy he is a legend. All right, this man, he wakes up at 3 a.m. every day to get his scrims down, just to hone his craft. Okay, his champion pool, endless, absolutely endless. And if you need to see him on the Rift, I'm sorry, I'm sorry for you. Easy
Okay.
he's here to win.
All right, so the next two picks. First up is going to be Codus, the mid laner. And then second pick is going to be PC Zebra in the jungle. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, so down with his two picks, and now Fallen, you are now up. Give us a spicy pick.
We're gonna take cardiac sensor.
Cardiac sensor, the support bot lane. And that was the first support taken. You're a changing dynamic. You're the first person to take an ADC and the first person to take a support. I like it. Toxin, it's your pick.
I'm gonna go with ADC, and I'm gonna take the only ADC that I know, the man, the myth, the legend, Shifty.
Shifty. He's been a pretty known name. He's been around the scene for a long time. Really good ADC, and very solid, very consistent. Carrot, you have two picks.
I'll pick up for my jungle, not important.
Not important.
Yep. And I don't know. Probably go with my ADC and Husky Templar.
That's a funny name.
Yeah.
I like it. So basically rounded out your whole team besides support so far.
Yep.
Toxin, are you gonna follow suit and take a mid laner here?
No, we're rounding out the bot lane, and we're taking Peptic.
Peptic. Alright. Fallen, you are up.
I'll go ahead and take Magikarp for top.
Alright, and then I got a message down. What made you want to take level 0 Magikarp?
I mean, somebody has to get stuck without a top laner, and neither one of the regular top laners looks that impressive. So it's somebody who can play things that I think can stabilize well against a top laner.
Okay. Makes sense. The funny thing is, if you didn't select easy on the pick 2 picks ago, you would have it would have been taken the next pick after that.
I mean, he does look like the best mid out of stats.
And we actually have the pick for Dom. It's going to be Jazuki in the ADC position and Deski? Deski? I don't know. In the support position.
Daisuke, maybe?
Dice.
Got
Sasuke?
Daisuke. Yeah. Japanese duo.
Daisuke?
He's got the synergy. I got it. I like it.
It's the synergy. It's all about the synergy. And now we are back to Fallen.
Let's go Naito for jungle.
Naito. That solidifies your team. What do you think about your team?
I got basically everybody I wanted.
That's good
So
to
I'm
hear.
happy.
Toxin, let's hear what your mid laner is going to be.
Now, fully I lied. It was a bait and switch the whole time. No one saw it coming. Scruff is actually going to play mid. Crazy. And we're going to get top lane the man, the myth, the legend. Former Roar player. Peter Griefer. Get him in here. Orin Legend. He's going to carry me.
Orin Legend. And then Carrot, you have 2 picks. See him.
Oh, do I pick my sub here too?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go with Tai Tom as my support. And oh my god, I don't know. I'll just pick this KOJ guy as my sub too.
KOJ is one of your subs.
Yep.
And then Toxin, you're back up with one of your sub picks.
Alrighty. Let's see here. I think bit of a wild card, a bit of a throw into the wind. We're gonna go with Pontificate Bird. Now the thing about him is that he changed his name, so I have no idea how good he is or what his OP even is. But you know what? It's okay.
You're just gonna take it. I like it.
We're just gonna take it.
Imagine them be the best player of all. It's like a mystery prize.
If he is, then alright. Then like Scruff can play top lane. It's looking pretty good.
And then Fallen, one sub pick.
Hidden. Hidden Eclipse.
Hidden Eclipse. You made that pretty fast. Did you already have that in mind?
I had a list of like 8 players before this started. And I'm just going through the ones that aren't picked.
Okay.
Like, I have no way to put Nikto or Hidden above each other because they're both really good at one champion and don't play anything else.
That's good. Now, the last 2 picks for Dom, and then each person will have 1 pick after that. Overall, I know there's unfortunately going to be a couple players that are not drafted, but in the case of emergency, hopefully some of them will be available. If a player has to unfortunately drop out, you can contact one of them to take the spot. So we'll keep them on like a reserve list. Now Dom is typing, and the last 2 picks he will select. He stopped typing. It's doomed.
R.I.P.
I kind of want to figure out who the pontificate bird is.
So he doesn't have op.gg, and there's one other person.
Yeah, that's what happens when they change their names, and it's like, let me change my. There's people that will change their names every week, and it's annoying. His pick is in. He's gonna take Jason Script 5, or is it Jason Script 5? And then Cabby. I thought his name was Jason Script 5. I haven't been reading that wrong the entire time.
Honestly, everyone just calls him Jason, so I feel like either way, it's pretty good.
All right, Fallen, your sub pick or your second sub.
However you say the guy who starts with a G.
Gajese?
I don't feel like butchering it.
Yeah, I had to ask him earlier. There's a couple ways he told me I could say it. One of them was Gajese. So that's how I'm just gonna say it. Then Toxin, your last pick.
Alrighty. I think. Give me 1 sec. I just want to look at one guy. Okay. I'm gonna go with Black Eyed Peas. Now, this isn't a shot at Haman Karn, but Black Eyed Peas was the BOL Gold Champion, who is now pushed up the plat. So, maybe he can come steal that spot. I don't know. We'll see.
And then Carrot, your last spot or sub pick.
Yeah, I'll pick Kitten as my last sub.
Kin as your last sub. The 3 players unfortunately not picked will be thrown to his reserve pool. So in case one of your players drop, feel free to contact them. And then we'll add them to your roster. But yeah, that will finalize the Scouting Grounds draft. Plat will start on Tuesday. So you have a little bit less time to get ready for the first day, but it will be a double round robin for day 1 and 2. And day 3 would be the finals. So good luck to all the teams involved. Any closing thoughts?
Yeah, I have the best team. I'm gonna win. That's it. Also, good luck.
Anybody else?
I'm just curious, Carrot. Do you have no faith in your support player?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't done a lot of scouting, so I just winged it a bit. So
Yeah, you just took your support and then 2 other supports. Hey, but it's Ty Tom. Ty Tom is a Nautilus abuser. That's all you gotta know.
True.
But other than that, I think all these teams looks pretty solid, and I can't wait to see them compete against each other. Billy, any closing thoughts? Still alive? He says he's dead. He messaged me. He says I'm dead. All right. So that will conclude today's draft. Thank you, everyone, including the IBS coaches, the players that watched the stream, the gold coaches, and everyone else for tuning in today. We hope this event will be fun, and maybe it'll help some players get picked up by an organization for them to compete this upcoming split in whatever leagues they want to. And I hope you all tune in next week. And like I said, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is the week 1 or the group or day 1 for the IBS Platinum and Gold, and day 2 will be Saturday, followed by day 3 will be Sunday. So we hope to see you again during that time.